Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. You guys can find me on Twitter at CSUA Kirk. This is episode 21, I forgot to mention. Got my co-host, she's back. She missed her last episode when I talked with Tony. Morgan McAdam. How are you doing, Morgan?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. You can find her on Twitter at Morgan_McAdam. And today we got a very special guest. The man of the next hour is what I'm going to call him, because this episode is definitely going to feature him a lot. You can find him on Twitter. How do you say your Twitter handle, Jason? Casanova?
Casanova, that's it. Just spelled different. That's it. That's exactly how it's said. Something like that.
That's going to be my first question. What's the story behind your Twitter handle?
You know what? One night I was like, you know what? Let me get into it. It was probably about 2-3 years ago. I was like, you know what? I gotta really get into Twitter. I kind of like it. I just don't really use it like I should or like I could. So I said, let me come up with a very unique name that I feel describe me, because I see everybody has their little nice little handles that they feel reflect them. I said, well, I think I'm a pretty smooth guy, and I think I'm okay. And Casanova's not bad. Let me spell it differently. So I definitely figured, Casa, Kazuh, Nova, Nova, and that became my handle, and I'm gonna keep rocking with it. That's it. I like it.
No Casanova MTV? You going to put MTV at the end eventually, or no?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, but actually, I already have MT at the end of my name in general. If you check it out, say
Okay.
Jason MTV. So they still on there.
So how we doing today, man? Definitely glad to have you on.
Oh, I'm doing great today, man. We got some little snow out here in North Carolina, but I'm doing good though. How about you guys? How you guys doing, Morgan? What's going
Uh,
on?
Oh, it's cold here. The snow doesn't stop,
Okay.
and it's been like below freezing for a couple weeks. So it's Chi-Town living, man.
Oh,
Doing very
okay.
well. So
Okay. I'm sure it is.
I want to let you guys know who are watching this. You guys can ask Jason anything using the hashtag on Twitter. That's AskJasonMTV. So first question I ask everybody this. What made you try out to be on this show, The Real World?
You know what? I figure, what the heck, it'd be pretty cool to be a part of an experience such as the Real World, which is pretty much the longest reality show running on TV today. And I figure, why not try out for it? Because the way I looked at it was totally different how everybody else looked at it, but being a part of it is totally different how I thought it would be. So everything that you see ain't always as it is, but it definitely was the most amazing experience of my life, and I'm glad I tried out for it. I'm glad I got it. Blessed, really.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Morgan.
Had you been to Chicago before coming on to the real world?
Never been to Chicago before. Never. And Chicago's amazing. I mean, an awesome city. I didn't know it was. Wow. I didn't know it was that awesome out there. But like, for real, the food is banging. The day life, the nightlife, it don't matter. The energy, the wind is right. It's the windy city. I love it. I definitely enjoy Chicago. For real.
Where were you originally hoping like your season would take place if it, other than Chicago?
Only thing I was hoping, um, I really didn't know what to hope for. Really, it's like I would just either way. I knew I was gonna be somewhere I never been before. You know what I'm saying? I had a feeling, and if they had me in North Carolina, then I was gonna represent and put on for North Carolina. While in North Carolina, it would have been, it would have been what it was. But they didn't have it here, so I knew eventually it'd be somewhere else. And I didn't expect Chicago, but it was definitely dope, and it was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually mentioned this to you, and when I first followed you on Twitter, and we talked about this before on live. You're actually from the same hometown as one Jessica McCain, am I right?
Yes, I am. I am from Fayetteville, good old North Carolina. Shout out to Suit 6, home, Vietnam. And it's amazing to be a part of the Real World with Jessica, because she's from Fayetteville too, so it's pretty cool to be a part of that.
Hmm. I remember you tweeted something that you actually ran into her and Toya one time.
Yeah, that was actually it was one night I was leaving out of New Orleans, downtown on Glenwood in Raleigh, and I was diddy bopping down the street with a couple of my friends, and I happened to saw her and Toya, and I was like, "What's up?" And they definitely was funny as hell that night. They're definitely entertaining.
Love those two to death.
Those are Andrew's favorites from St.
Right.
Thomas.
Hey, the quick little run in I had with those guys, they seem like down to earth for real.
Oh yeah. So going into the house, did you guys have a good feeling that there was gonna be another twist just like last season?
You know what? I honestly didn't know what to expect. I was like, I know they had a twist last year called, explosions, and I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna try to enjoy this experience. I don't know what they may have set up for us, but whatever they got set up, I'm just gonna try to take it, and roll with the punches, because obviously we're probably gonna be put in a situation that might be uncomfortable, and I definitely feel like this season was amazing because it was something that we all had to deal with, and we dealt with it as a team and as a family, our skeletons. So it was pretty dope, pretty great, pretty great.
What do you think this whole twist kind of, how did it like shape you into the person you are today? Like, you can see that, like, from the beginning of the season, how much you were very level-headed towards, each and every one of these skeletons coming into the house, and kind of being that, like, I don't know, like that go-to guy to help the guys get through, their problems and whatnot. What do you think you learned the most, like, throughout this experience?
I learned a lot about myself. Being in a house with those 6 great other individuals, man, it was crazy. We had a lot of great times. A lot of great times. It was never a dull moment in the house, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. What y'all see is nothing compared to what other things took place in the house, man. It was crazy. We always had a blast, and that experience just taught me to listen a lot more, to myself, when it comes to making decisions, don't never second guess yourself, and just be mature and know that once you make that decision, that's it. There's no taking it back. You're either going to live from it, or you're going, you're going to go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
That house was crazy. It was like counseling in a way because I didn't have a lot of things to run to that I usually run to, like music and I'm on the computer doing what I want to do, or I'm on my cell phone. Nah, all I had was just myself and the roommates, and as far as just conversation flow of entertainment. So it kind of brought us a lot closer to understanding one another, and at times we may agree to disagree, but we still move forward and learn experience learning this with 6 other individuals that I never thought I would encounter in life, and they are awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about the half of those individuals. You got the wolf pack. It contains yourself, Nicole, Bruno, and sort of Tony, or is Tony a full member of the wolf pack?
Tony is definitely a full member of that wolf pack.
Yeah. So who came up with the idea, and how close are you with those 3 today?
You know what? The crazy thing is, I don't remember who came up with the idea. That's a really good question, Drew. I don't remember who came up with it. I think it's just something that one day we just decided to flow and go with, and we felt like that reflected us. We was hungry, quiet, smooth, but still yet, wanting to be something in life, and we respected each other and always looked out for one another. And at times things didn't work, how we wanted it, but we still agreed to disagree, and we moved forward from it. We was definitely understanding for one another. It was crazy. I mean, I never bonded with a group of people in that short amount of time ever before, but it's different when you're living with them,
Mm-hmm. Who out of those three would you say you're the closest with?
I'd definitely say Cole has my heart for real. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely Cole. Nicole,
do you think?
I call it Cole.
Do you think that the fight that we saw, escalate the 3rd episode or something? Do you think that brought you 2 closer together once you kind of resolved that issue?
Definitely. When you got 2 good friends, anytime after any argument, you resolve it. What do you expect? You don't expect to go backwards. You already, you agreed to move forward. So you expect for you guys to become a little stronger and come a little closer and open up a lot more and really find yourself in an amazing situation where you have, your best friend, your sister. It's pretty dope. It was dope.
Have you been able to visit some of your roommates since the season ended?
Oh no, you know what? Since I've been back home, I've been Daddy Jason and just working and getting my things together. And in due time, I plan on making time to make those visits and drop in and see a couple of my. Now I'm just like daddy mode, like focus. Let's get stability, and then
you're doing your thing, man. It's definitely going to be cool to watch tonight, seeing the birth of your baby boy or baby girl? Baby girl?
Baby girl. Yes, sir. Baby girl, my man.
Awesome.
Baby girl.
I bet it's an awesome feeling being a dad. How old is she now?
Months.
Wow.
She is 4 months. Yeah, she's 4 months. Yeah, and she's wow. Seems like she's 4 months going on 4 years. I mean, it don't make any sense. She's just getting so big so fast. But it's an amazing experience. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Let me ask you 2 questions about the Tony Skeleton episode. There was the big fight between the girls and Madison. You were in the room with Sylvia, just talking about what were you guys talking about, salsa dance? You were gonna take her salsa dancing or something?
He was vibing on her. He was hitting on her, man.
You know.
I gotta say, Jason,
you got some moves there, buddy.
We had Sylvia on earlier in the season, and Morgan, did we ever bring up Jason in our chat with Sylvia? I don't think we did.
No, because it hadn't happened yet, but we love Sylvia.
Yeah.
Sylvia is amazing. She's awesome. She's dope.
But,
that's my homie right there.
From what you remember, being there, what happened with that fight that we saw, and what we didn't see with the fight between the girls and Madison? And who do you think was in the wrong?
To be honest with you, I feel like I don't have the right to even elaborate on that situation or elaborate who was in the right or the wrong. I feel like the ladies have moved on, so there's no point in entertaining it. I mean, they all three they got to a situation that went to a place that it shouldn't, and they all moved forward, and we all good, So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I had a feeling it was something was gonna happen between the girls and Madison, because Madison, she wants to fit in with the girls, but it just wasn't working out at times. Did you get that? Did you get that vibe with them?
I wouldn't say Madison was trying to fit in with them. Now that what you guys see, that's Madison. She it's a lot of sides of what you haven't seen in Madison, which makes her even a more amazing person. But she was just being her. She's in a different place in her life that this experience definitely brought a different light to a situation she went through. So she's awesome, man. She's dope.
Mm-hmm. And then the next question regarding Tony Skeleton, I'm going to give you two choices. You can say no, or I plead the fifth. What happened with you and Queen, Alyssa?
Oh no.
Nothing. Nothing. just what we saw.
Let me tell you something. A real man never lie on what take place with the man below the waist. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna never lie on my man. And no, nothing went down. Not at all.
Well,
she wanted it though.
Yeah, she did like you doing the dishes, man.
She like the handyman, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
So go ahead, Morgan. Go ahead, Morgan.
What was what was your favorite, thing you got to do while in Chicago?
I will have to say kayaking. We went kayaking. That was pretty fun. Everyone went kayaking. I don't even know how to swim. I mean,
you went on the Chicago River?
Yeah. That was pretty dope. I had a blast. Doing that. It was pretty dope. I mean, man, I really had fun. Me, Cole, and everybody else was just cutting up, having a good time.
It looks like you guys had a lot of. It looks like you guys had a lot of fun at North Beach at Castaways a lot too.
Oh man, when we was there, we turned up. You know what I'm saying? We turned up. We was cutting up, having a good time. So Oh yeah, we definitely had a blast. But it was, everywhere we go that they allowed us to be there, I can honestly say I had a good time. I was never really let down at all. Chicago really didn't let me down. I really enjoyed the city. Yeah, the people was real chill with our situation. They knew who we were, and he had some, crazy individuals that do some crazy things when they see a camera, but that's everywhere. But overall, Chicago was very, very welcoming.
That's good. That's good. From what I remember from talking with the Explosion cast, it really wasn't that. A lot of the locals were very rude to him. So
Well, yeah.
it's good to see that there was a change in between seasons.
Yeah, definitely a shot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
When you saw the skeletons start to come in one by one, who did you think was coming for you?
Really, I didn't know who was coming for me. It could have been my ex. I don't know. It could have been the mother of my child, but I'm thinking, like, why would she come out there knowing that, any day, any time, pow, little mouth in the air. So that's a crazy, crazy, crazy situation. So I didn't know what was going to take place. All I could do was just hold on to the seat. It was going to be a crazy ride, and that's all I could do.
So you have a really good relationship with your ex that gave birth to your child?
Oh, the woman Yolanda, the mother of my child, she's not my ex. She is the mother of my child, but she's not my ex. She's definitely the mother of my child. And let me tell you something, she's awesome, because any guy in my situation would probably be pulling his hair out, but you know what, I really have no worries with this lady, and me and Yolanda, got a lot closer, understanding one another, and I think us co-parenting together is gonna be pretty dope and amazing. I mean, it's already an awesome experience as it is, but so far so good. I can't complain.
I must give you a lot of credit though. That is very hard, especially at your age.
Yeah,
you're handling it so well.
I have no choice.
Yeah.
If I want to call myself a man, then me taking care of this responsibility, this priority, that defines me right there, right? So what I got to do, man up. So it is what it is, and I definitely don't want to repeat the cycle. I definitely don't want to be like my father. I want to be the opposite of that. So it is what it is. I got to do what I got to do, not because I need to, but because I want to.
Some of these guys on the challenge can really take notes from me, man, because I feel like you're definitely the true definition of somebody who can treat a lady right. And I don't know, do you watch the challenge?
I've caught a couple episodes, man, and so far it's wild. I like it. They be going to go get it out there. Whew.
Oh man, my issue with the challenge is a lot of the guys have been treating their girls like crap, and it's just not a good look.
Not a good look, man.
Would you be interested in doing one eventually?
You know what? If the challenge was to reach out to me, yeah, come on, man, of course. They reach out to me, I'm definitely gonna be interested in, into doing it. But that's only if they reach out. Other than that, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, live my life, and continue to grind.
Are you in school right now?
Oh no. Actually, I am a pharmacy tech right now. That's what I do. So.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I hope. I don't know if it's gonna be next season, but I hope eventually that they do Battle of the Seasons again, because I think if you get either Bruno or Tony, Nicole and Sylvia, you guys would kill it.
Oh, for sure.
Woo! Yes,
it
Lord.
Would be over.
Yes, Lord. I'm trying to tell you. You know what? On my team, that's gonna be a beautiful thing if they get us all together like that. If that was to ever happen.
Oh yeah.
Is it bittersweet? Is it bittersweet to you that the season is, almost over?
You know what? It definitely went by fast.
It definitely did.
It definitely went by fast, but it was one of the most amazing experiences in my life, and I am humbled by it. And I definitely walked out definitely different than the way I walked in that place. You know what I'm saying? When I walked into Chicago, when I stepped off that train, I was like, I'm here. So It was amazing, and I was chosen, so that was even more amazing, you know. And it's the 30th season, you know. This is the 30th season. I'm chosen to be a part of the second twist, which is a different twist than the first. This is dope, you know. So I'm an original, but still part of the twist, you know, original. So, crew.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope. I love it, and the family is amazing. MTV's dope, and the the roommates, man. I don't think I understand like the fact that we're all still in contact with one another and still acting the same is crazy. You know, that let us know that regardless if the camera's been around or not, we were still the same, you know? Like, we're
Yeah.
still the same, you know? Everybody was real, you know, and it was amazing.
Any update on a potential reunion coming up? Have they called you?
I haven't heard much about it, but I'm sure we'll hear something soon, and when I do, hey, you know, it is what it is. We're going to make it do what it do, you know?
Well, if you guys don't have a reunion, I'm definitely up to bring you guys on one by one at the end of the season to give an update if you're down with that.
Wow, that's pretty wild. You know what? You know, yeah, reach out to me. I'm more than likely definitely be down for that. It sounds good.
That would be fun.
Definitely.
So yeah, my next question for you, Jason, is we see skeletons coming in one by one, and your skeleton came in towards the end, right? I mean, we haven't seen it yet. So, like, how are you feeling like after seeing all of them coming in and having yours not come in? Were you feeling anxious? Were you feeling nervous? What was going through your mind when you were waiting for yours to come in the house?
I was nervous for my roommates. You know, actually every episode I'm nervous, to be honest with you guys. You know, we get to see how things are put together. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you guys are not able to see, nor are we able to see exactly all of what took place in the house, but we are able to see a small percentage of which you'll get a good idea of what went down, you know? And just waiting to see what that's going to look like and waiting to see what took place when I wasn't around definitely had me on my toes and at times had me on my heels because it was amazing, you know, because how my roommates handled those skeletons was real. You know, Tony with the women, woo, good. Oh, you know, woo, that was intense. You know,
Yeah.
You know, Sylvia had her situation very, very well. You know, I think she kept it really cool. V just told them straight up, like, you know, here's the deal. You know, it's late at night. I had a good day at work. Bring both of my skeletons. Let me tell you how it is. You know, and then Bruno just squashed it, like, look, bro, I'm gonna tell you how it is. And then he got cold with her sisters. That was epic. You know, so. Every skeleton was amazing, you know, and I'm just nervous every episode.
Yeah.
Were people generally like upset that Nicole kind of got the best package, like her best friends, and like, you know, was everyone kind of like, what, you know, why didn't we get that? Why did we have to deal with what we had for us?
Yeah. Well, you know, when looking at the episode. You definitely saw the reason in which the sisters were there. You know, this is two sisters that you were born with, you know, come on, now, triplets. You was with each other all the time, you know what I'm saying? And then they're both getting married, you know? So it's like, wow. You know, here I was born with these two beautiful women, and now they're about to get married. Now, I mean, now, like, you know, they about to go really have their own life, you know, but still, yeah, I'm a part of it, but they really about to have their own family and own, you know, tree going over there. So family tree. So it's crazy. So I thought that was real. That was a real situation for her to bring to her sister's attention that she feel like without, you know, she feel like she's losing them, but she's not, you know, and I thought she handled that situation well, and you could tell the love between them was pretty deep, and it was amazing. It was dope.
Yeah.
So Morgan, I want to talk about two more of the castmates. I'm gonna let you pick who we talk about next. Do we want to talk about Miss Sylvia or do we want to talk about Bruno? Because I feel like we definitely need to talk about both of them with Jason.
Let's go into Sylvia, because clearly we see a romance budding before we really see Bruno's temper come out. Tell us about Sylvia and what like attracted you to her, you know, from the get-go.
You know, Sylvia just has that smile, you know, she just has that presence.
Bruno said the exact same thing.
Hey, you know,
She's got a great smile.
Just keeping it real, you know. She has that smile. She has that presence. That is amazing. And then when she open up her mouth and talk, woo, the personality takes it to another level. She is hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, never met a young lady like her before, and I think that's what pulled me in. And I was like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What's good? You know? Because it's fun, girl. What's up? I know we live together, and it's like a dope experience and everything. But I mean, it was really good. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I was able to embrace that experience with such an individual such as her, because she is so funny and dope. I love it. The energy is amazing.
You guys really did have a great cast, I must say. Everyone is really down to earth and really cool and very relatable.
That's
on all
awesome.
different levels.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was gonna be amazing when I opened that door and I walked in the house and everybody was like, "Hey!" Everybody's at the front door screaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, they could have been diddy bopping around the house. I could have walked in and randomly met somebody downstairs, like stairs looking elsewhere. But nah, they was downstairs waiting to greet the next roommate, and I knew it was gonna be epic from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we see you always talking about how you felt about Sylvia, but I don't believe we ever heard anything about Sylvia, how she felt about you. Was she just, did she just think of you as a friend, or was she into you?
Come on, player. Any real man knows when women don't say anything, it's obvious she's keeping it politically smooth and not hurting her brother politically. You know what I'm saying? So let her continue to be silent, because I still have my pride, player. I'm still going strong. I can continue to dream about the situation, but I can understand at the end of the day, we just friends, and that's cool.
Hey, you had a lot of fun while in Chicago, I'm betting, because you had Sylvia, you had Alyssa was into you when we talked about that already. We didn't even mention
but I didn't have.
What was V's skeleton's name that you were into? Was it Tia?
Oh yeah, she had the booty.
Oh, Miss Big Booty Judy. Big Booty Judy.
Big booty Judy.
Big Booty Judy. Let me stop joking around. But I like them thick. I can't help it. I like women that eat that cornbread. I'm talking about that Jiffy. I'm talking about that, definitely that whole milk. I want all the protein and that vitamin in there. What's up? I'm trying to tell you. Yes, Lord.
Oh my God.
And obviously, I'm glad, nothing took place between Alyssa and I, because me and her are so cool to this day. And I told Tony immediately, and he respected me for me coming up to him and him not finding out other ways. Squash that, and he's such a understanding, respectable guy. I appreciate him for understanding. And so I definitely had the angel on the right and the devil on the left. It definitely was like that. But like I said, I definitely was able to chop it up with quite a few women that definitely were totally different than the next, but they were so interesting. And Sylvia was definitely down to earth. Living with her was amazing, so I was just honored to do that, because she's dope.
Did you ever get to take her out to salsa dance like you told her?
Never got a chance, guys. Never got a chance.
Well, maybe someday.
Oh, I'm not pressed for it. In due time it happens. It's going to happen when we all just, linking up with one another and trying to turn up and have a good time. We, figured why not hit up a salsa club or something. That'd be great to do that one day with everybody. It'd be cool.
As long as you come back to Chicago and invite me.
We gotta come back to Chicago. Come on, boy.
And go to a Cubs game. Yeah.
Hey, I'm down.
Hey, they're actually gonna be good this year.
Yeah, they're renovating it right now. I'm looking at Wrigley. It's crazy.
I hope so.
It's ready
they're
for you.
They're actually gonna be good this year. The Cubbies.
Yeah.
To be fun to watch.
That will. It's gonna be interesting.
But yeah, let's bounce into Bruno before we get into all the stuff that happened last week. How childish was it of him to attack you and Tony on eating his burger?
Oh my God.
To be honest with you guys, Drew and Morgan, I don't think it was childish at all. You know, at the end of the day, it comes down to respect, and that's just respecting his, you know, his items, what he has. And we disrespected them, and he was looking forward to the burger, you know, and it is what it is. So we just put ourselves in that situation by not showing respect at that moment, and it went to definitely a place to which we wish we didn't have Bruno go to, because, you know, it was over a burger, and you know, we definitely disrespected him at the end of the day. You know, how
was that the first time that you saw that side of him, like, you know, get, you know, kind of territorial over, you know, his things and whatnot?
Nah, Bruno in general don't play about, you know, just, you know, touching his things. You know, it's about respect. You know, now he ain't too territorial, you know, tight on his things. Not at all. Nah, that's not Bruno. He's very sharing. He definitely does that, but. It's just funny how everybody viewed that moment and, you know, question how he views everything. But overall, we disrespected him, and we apologize and move forward. Now I know when living with Bruno, don't touch no damn burger.
Don't touch his food.
Don't touch
Bruno's
burger.
food.
Don't touch his burger.
Bruno Love will turn up if you touch that burger now. Bruno Love don't play, so gotta respect it.
Here's my take on Bruno. I feel like I talked to him before. It was like the day after Christmas or something. He's a very nice guy. I definitely think he means very well. But I feel like, especially from watching him last week with his brother, his grandfather passing away, I feel like the cameras really affected how he spent his time there. Like, did you see a change from him off camera than when he was on camera? Did he act differently?
To be honest with you, there was never a moment at which we was really off. We was always on camera.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys understand. We're filmed 100%. They're not being dramatic. It's not 97.9%. It's not 99.2%. It's 100% of the time we're being filmed. So we definitely, you know, we definitely see each other and see how everybody act under certain situations. And I thought he handled his situation well with his brother personally. You know, they apologized, moved forward. You know, he became he got to a place in which he wanted to come out and cut up with the roommates again, and we always happy to see that. So it was good to have Bruno Love out with us and not Flat Bruno. You know, so it was pretty dope.
Flat Bruno. Oh man, I remember that.
That's pretty epic. Did you guys like Carla a lot?
Carla was awesome. She was a sweet young lady. I mean, great personality, very beautiful, down to earth. We could see why Bruno just instantly fell in love with her. She was amazing. She was pretty awesome. Yeah.
I don't want to know if they're still together. I definitely want to get Bruno back on and ask him that myself. So we'll see how that is. So you got anything else, Morgan?
Not really. Thank you for talking to us. I mean, it was great talking to you, Jason. You're great. I love you.
No problem.
Come back to Chicago.
I have to, and I will. But thank you guys for having me too. I definitely enjoy myself.
So, where can people find you on social media?
Social media, you can find me on Twitter at _Casanova, and that's spelled KAZUHNOVA. Okay, Casanova on Twitter, Instagram. Follow me, you know, and see what your boy about, because I'm definitely about what you see on TV, but definitely on a whole nother level since then. So tune in tonight. It's gonna be epic.
About 20 minutes. We got a prank war going down.
Hey, I ain't gonna speak on that.
You guys have more prank wars than I've ever seen on a season.
That's what's up. And you know, we had to find ways.
The blow dryers, that
was my favorite.
That was
classic.
Great. I love that.
Was that not perfect? Oh my God, Bruno was smooth with that one. I would have never thought of that. I mean, to put the powder in the blow dryer. Oh my God.
Was there ever an extent
but it's a couple
that you guys went far with, like, the pranks, where, like, you know, fights broke out because of it?
No, not with the pranks. We definitely took it to some levels of which you guys still haven't seen some other pranks that we had done. But, you know, it definitely was quite a few things that took place in the house for entertainment. So it was never a dull moment.
I think just as long as you do the pranks on Sylvia, You guys are good because
Yeah.
Sylvia knows how to take a joke very
Take
well.
a joke.
She
Yeah.
does. Ah, she
Like
she
I
does.
give her
She
props for
takes
that.
it.
Well, thanks so
Oh
much,
man, hey, she
Jason.
hold it down for the team.
Thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thank you.
We'll definitely have to catch up real soon.
Absolutely. Sure. Thanks, Drew. Thanks, Morgan.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Take it
Shout out
Jason.
easy,
to
man.
Chicago.
Woo woo.
All right, guys. You guys stay care.
Alrighty.
Yep. See you later.
Morgan, let's stay on for about 10 more minutes. You cool with that?
Yeah, I mean, I have to leave this Starbucks soon because
Okay.
they're closing here.
Yeah. Good interview.
I like
I enjoyed
him.
it.
I like
Yeah.
him. I like him on the show too, though. So
Yeah. I like everybody on the show. Madison. There's a couple of them like Madison and Tony that I always go back and forth on, and Bruno as of late. But I like all of them. I've been trying, guys. I'm just gonna put this out there. I've been trying to get somebody from the challenge to come on. It just hasn't been working out as of late. And because I'm so, and I told Morgan this before we went live. Because I'm almost done with getting everybody from the real world. I'm just gonna keep at the real world. We're gonna try to get Nicole on next week. And it's crazy too because Morgan, I've talked with so many of these cast members, and yet
yeah,
it's hard. It's hard for the PR people to get them on.
and their PR people like change every day. It's ridiculous.
Do you think? Do you think there's a chance that with the whole Night and DM thing that a lot of the challengers don't want to talk, or what do you think it is?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question actually. I mean, I'm sure that probably had something to do with it, but I mean, I know a couple challengers that would be more than willing to talk to us. It's just like,
It's just my schedule's so freaking busy too.
Yeah, and I'm like, I mean, now that I'm like have a more set schedule, I have like available time, but it's hard coordinate. It's hard being a grown up and coordinating schedules with other people and.
Yeah. Did you catch my Tony interview?
Yeah.
How do you think that
Tony.
went?
I like Tony a lot.
I had to do the wait with him on the air. I had to do it. It was classic Tony. And, oh man, my favorite one-liner of Tony was when Sylvia was coming up to the door. It was Violetta's skeleton episode. Tony was like, password.
Yeah.
Sylvia was like, open the fucking door, Tony. He was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, that was the password. I think he has a good sense of humor.
And I've been talking about this with Whitney and Steph, and I'm kind of like, you know what? Tony's just being Tony. I'm kind of like done with being like, oh, what he's doing is not a good look. Like he's just gonna do him,
Yeah, but I mean, that's like you can't change someone when they're dead set on their ways.
Like back when when he was like trying to flirt with a couple people in the bar when the skeletons were there, I was like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean, but
you can do better.
We also have to think like, okay, a lot of it's editing, a lot of it, has to deal with, he could have talked to someone for, a millisecond, and it could have looked a lot worse than it was. So, I mean, or maybe he, was intentionally trying to get like a rise out of Madison. You never know. Like, I mean, we're not there to be able to judge them,
From talking with Tony. I don't know for sure if they're together, but from talking with him, he acted like they were together.
Oh, I thought it sounds like they're not together. I thought they weren't.
Well, he called her his baby girl, so could be. And I know Madison, I think, posted pictures on Twitter either yesterday or the day before of Tony.
Oh, really?
So yeah. So what was I gonna ask? I want to get into challenge real quick because we haven't talked challenge in a while. Zach's comments. I want to get your take on Zach's comments about the whole women are only there to create.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked about this with Whitney and Stefan on a reality radio on Sunday. Dude is just getting worse and worse by the episode. It's disgusting.
And a lot of it, okay, so Zach's from Michigan, and I went to school with one of his friends, Trent, who was on The Real World, who showed up on there.
Oh,
I was friends with him in college.
he was the other guy.
Yeah,
He wasn't the one that
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one.
he wasn't the one that called to the voicemail.
No,
Was that was Brock?
that was Brock.
How the hell do I still remember that?
Trent was the one that said something about like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. I don't know.
You know one of Zach's friends from The Real World. You knew John Mish, who was on last season of Survivor.
Yeah, I know.
You know everybody. Survivor
yeah,
30 tomorrow. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but John went to school with me, and he dated one of my friends. So I don't know. It's a small world. It was so random finding that out, but
yeah. Back to Zach's comments.
I think that I don't know. I think he shows a terrible side of himself, and he knows he does. He even said he would, be fine being quoted saying that. So I think he's kind of an ass. I mean, but that's not anything different than we've already known that.
I felt like his best season was last season as far as for his edit goes. With the exception of the final, I really didn't have any issues with him. I mean, he yelled at Camilo one time, but honestly, the dude is so freaking close-minded. And
well, no, he threw a tantrum at Laurel.
I said with the exception of the final. I felt like that was my favorite season of his. The dude is so close-minded. He downgrades his partners so bad.
10 minutes? Okay.
We'll bounce in 10. We'll bounce in 6.
Yeah, because I got to get out of here.
It's just, and the thing is, he's not gonna, he's gonna get asked back again because
he brings conflict.
Yeah, and Real World San Diego doesn't have anybody else. Frank, I think, is done. I don't know if Ashley will come back. I hope she will, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. Don't really care for Nate. Don't really care for Priscilla. Alex said she won't do one. I wish she would change her mind.
I wish she would.
She'd be great. And I feel like with tonight, it's going to be worse with how he downgrades John A. I'm not the biggest John A fan, and you know that, Morgan.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel bad for her this season.
And usually I'm not a John A fan, but
a lot of the girls I feel bad for.
But I think at the same time, this was kind of how her relationship was with Zach. I mean, not like that we saw it fully, but I could see Zach being an ass and belittling her, and I think John A is the type of girl to just brush it off. We've.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Morgan, can you hear me? If she drops, I'm just going to wrap it up. Wish we got it. Morgan. I was just going to wrap it up anyways, but let me text her real quick. Yeah, I think regardless of what Zach says, we're honestly still going to see him because, like I said, nobody else from San Diego is going to come back. Honestly, though, and I've said this on reality radio. I go on reality radio podcasts, whether it be on a Google Hangout or Blog Talk. They mainly do it on Blog Talk. Yeah, Morgan dropped, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Morgan, if you're listening, don't worry about coming back on. It's all good. I know you got to bounce. And I've talked about this. I feel like like 4 or 5 of the guys. Zach treated his partner terribly. Adam
I think Adam's a good guy, but on this challenge, he was worse than Are You the One. If I'm going to be honest, he treated Brittany very bad. Johnny Riley, got mad love for Johnny Riley, but some of the stuff he said about Avery definitely wasn't good. And then I guess Jordan. I mean, I feel like we're getting a more calm down side of Jordan this season. But you know what? I feel like and I always bring this up, whether it be on a recap or the face. Rob has a website fanbook page. Camilla said this perfectly in the extra baggage special. These girls need to grow some balls. And if we do have an X's 3, which I don't know if we will or not, I don't know if the show's been renewed yet. I hope it has. But if we do have an X's 3, I hope that we have more teams like Sarah and Jordan, like Ty and Emily from the first X's, where they're both athletic and the only times that they disagree is in challenges. Like the downgrading of the women is just not good. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I know everybody who's on, there's only one viewer. At least that's what they're saying. There's only one viewer, 2 viewers. So I know Real World Portland, Real Explosion, Skeletons, Real World Skeletons. Okay, I got it right this time. New episode premieres in about 10 minutes. Should be a good episode. From what I know, Jason has his baby girl tonight. I think Madison Skeleton's coming in. I honestly don't. And if you guys do know who it is and you want to tweet me, even if it is a spoiler, I don't care. Who the hell is Madison Skeleton? I honestly have no clue. And I'm gonna actually call Morgan up after I get done with this. I have no idea who Madison Skeleton is. Is it her sister? Is it a friend of hers? And I know they said in some preview on the challenge fan page that she gets more than one. So who's coming for her? I have no clue. Like I knew Tony's girlfriends were coming for Tony's exes were coming for him. I knew Violetta's social media bullies were coming for her. I only thought it was one, but it was two. Sylvia's boss, Bruno's brother, Jason's baby. I think his baby mama comes in. I know his dad comes in, but who comes in for Madison? I don't know. But anyways, guys, please give me a follow on Twitter at CCUA Kirk. Go check out the blog. I was going to post something Celebrity Apprentice, but then I forgot about last week. We got a lot of good shows coming on. Maybe I'll do like a whole recap of all the shows from this week. We got the Real World and Challenge tonight, as well as the Voice premiere. It's still going on. Tomorrow night, we got – I feel like my voice is gone. Tomorrow night, we got Survivor 30. Worlds Apart, Amazing Race 26, Blind Dates. That's going to be a lot of fun. Both of them are going to be 90-minute premieres on CBS. I don't know if I would love to do recaps of both those shows, but the thing is, and I've noticed this from trying to get Devin on from Big Brother 16, it's the CBS PR people don't work well with regular Joes like me. Like I feel like Rob, I mean, obviously Rob, because he was on Survivor, CBS, they let him on, they let him get the guests easily, but somebody like me, they don't really care. Maybe I'll do some discussions, maybe I'll talk about them on my blog. I don't know, but anyways, I'm going to sign off, guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Jason, thank you so much, man, for coming on. I know I can't speak for Morgan, but I definitely enjoyed having you. But like I said, I'm going to try to get Nicole on next week, either Tuesday or Thursday, probably around this time. And until then, guys, at C-Suite Kirk, at Morgan McAdam, at _ Casanova, that is KAZ. Let me get his Twitter handle one time for you. Underscore Casanova. That's underscore KAZUHNOVA. And if you guys want to know the story behind Casanova, I asked in the beginning of the episode, beginning of this, so please check this out. Big Time Reality TV episode 21 with, and gotta give a shout out to, I don't remember who asked me this, but whoever asked me this, I think it was like Philly Girl or something like this. She wanted me to put the names of who I do my interviews with so it'd be easier to find. Simple request, I can definitely do that. So that's what I plan on doing from now on. As you guys can see, I had it with Jason Hill. So anyways, guys, take it easy, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Oh, one more thing. I'm actually on my school's newspaper, and please, guys, check out my last article. I'm a sports beat writer for California State University Stanislaus in Turlock. It's called The Signal, so please check that out at csusignal.com. All right, guys, enough of my shameless plugs. I'm done with my plugs, and I will catch you guys soon. Enjoy the episode tonight.